Adsideo is located in a neighborhood called Selwood, which is a historic district in the urban core of Portland, Oregon. Selwood's unique for us because it's one of the churches that Dr. Brzee actually planted almost 100 years ago. When we were challenged with the idea of coming back and planting a church in the inner city core of Portland, we chose Selwood very specifically because of the work that Brzee had done here. And over a course of time, the Selwood Church, or known as the Moreland Church of the Nazarene, had been dismantled, and so we felt like this was an opportunity for us to come back and redeem that original work that Brzee had seen fit to do here in this neighborhood. So we feel connected to the mission of God, but we also feel connected to the mission of the Church of the Nazarene as its origins and its founder saw fit to do a work here in this neighborhood.
Honestly, I don't think we do church any different than I've been to a number of churches, denominations, and I think we do church a lot like a lot of other people do. I think we do it more, maybe it's more community-based, not just the community outside of Adsideo, but the members of Adsideo. So very, very close group of people. So I'd say that, and I don't think it's just because it's a smaller church. I think that that's the meaning of church to us, and is community, is living not just in the same area, but we all really know each other well and know what's going on with the other members of the community, good and bad, and so we know how to help.
We started working with men that came from the margins of society. We knew that as a church we didn't want to just be a program for guys that once a week or once a month we went down and hung out with them downtown and that was it. We knew that these relationships were going to become part of the integral life that we live, and we wanted them to know that they had a home that they could live in, that it wasn't we're just going to watch you graduate from a recovery program and then say good job and that was it. But we knew that as we got into life on life with them, that there was going to be a need greater as they desired to reintegrate back into society and community.
The House of Rama was created as a place for people to really demonstrate what it means to live in family together. We call ourselves a youth and family advocacy house, so we're just desiring to learn what it means to take care of one another and to resolve conflict effectively and to learn how to support one another. The people that live here we call youth and family advocates, and we are a strong portion of the leadership of Adsideo. We kind of staff as bodies for volunteers for different community center events, for different, we have like a dodgeball league and things like that, and we also just desire to be a house of hospitality for people to come and seek refuge and seek community and relationships here.
Adsideo from day one has had a relationship with the community center where we used to meet, and so we really make ourselves available to them by volunteering. Usually that includes about 50 of us for all of their carnivals, for anything that happens in the park during the summers.
We believe that God has called us to be relationally motivated and people-focused, that as a church we subscribe to the vision that Brzee had for the church, not to become enamored with elegant buildings, but to really focus on feeding the hungry and clothing the sick, and thus we also add and contribute to the diadems and the crown that one day will be a reality. And so we very much want to step towards the vision that Brzee had for the Church of the Nazarene and minister to the people living in the margins of society.
Christ calls us to something so much bigger than who we are, what we can dream, and so that's a huge commitment, something that is not easy to follow, but it's also living life practically and on the day-to-day, like how am I fully giving myself to the Lord and to His work in my life and in our life as the church.